Hello, welcome back to today's training. Yesterday we looked at understanding how to craft a marketing brief. And now that we have understood how to create a campaign architecture, a marketing brief, a campaign structure, and then the emotional ladder, we are now going into the technical aspect of what we have learned. So, what we're going to be learning now is to bring all of those things we have learned yesterday into life. And so, this is Introduction to Social Media Marketing. First, a brief overview. In the world right now, everything and everybody is on the internet. Even people who do not speak English are on the internet. So it is becoming very difficult for businesses to find their voice because everybody is online doing the same thing, shouting. So as a brand that does not want to comply with what everybody is doing, how can you stand out? How can you market strategically so that you get your customers? This is where effective social media marketing comes into play. So the opportunities that lies in this training for you, as we have stated earlier, is number one, you're going to become a certified social media manager. Number two, you're going to get internship opportunities so that you can attract international gigs. These opportunities are to groom you real time into implementing everything that you have learned. Then become, or rather begin, an industrious career. Now into the meat of the matter. Social media marketing consists of three things: brand establishment, social media content marketing, and then social media management. Because when you have established the brand, what the brand is about, what the brand wants to be able to achieve, who the brand serves, this will guide the kind of contents you would create. Now, when you are creating this content, you're not creating the contents to keep them in your bag or in your pockets. You are creating them so that the ideal customers you want to be able to reach can access them and then take the decisions you want them to take for the business. And then lastly, management. Now that you have created the content, how do you know if the content is doing the work it is supposed to do? If it is doing it, how do you amplify it? If it is not doing it, how do you tweak it? Those are the things that we're going to be looking at. So first, we're going to be starting with brand establishment. What is a brand? How do you conduct a brand audit? What are the elements of a brand audit? How do you determine a brand's voice? And then additional reading. So what is a brand? If you go online, there are 1,001 meanings to a brand. But the easiest definition that would make sense to an individual is, what is the intangible sum of a product's attributes? Intangible, what you cannot see, what you cannot feel, what you cannot touch about a brand. What is it? Simply put, how do individuals perceive your business or your product? If they perceive it as a luxury brand that cares about them, you cannot see it, you cannot feel it, you cannot touch it. It is only when they are able to give you their money that you can say, okay, we are walking the talk. So Coca-Cola is a soft drink. But when people think Coca-Cola, the first thought that comes to their head is refreshment. Why? Because that is what Coca-Cola has intentionally communicated year over year over year over year. Even though there are controversies that it is harmful to the health, it is whatever, people still buy Coca-Cola like their lives depend on it. And that is because of how well they have executed their marketing. Another example is Google. Google said they want you to be able to find whatever answers you seek in seconds. And so anytime you have a problem that you don't know the solution to, what's the first thing most people who are aware of what Google does do? They whip out their phones and search on Google. Jumia says it is your one-stop shop. Shop at your fingertips and then get your deliveries down to your doorstep. And they live up to their word. And that your money is safe, your deliveries are safe. So these are examples of what a brand is. What do people perceive about your product or your service? So how do you know your brand? As a social media expert, every business has a brand. So you should strive to know your business's brand. That is, your first job as a social media manager. It is to know the business and its brand before you manage it. For you to know the brand, you need to perform a brand audit. So somebody will not just come to you and say, I want you to manage my page, and just say, okay, and just go and start creating content without asking questions. The exercise we did yesterday, you must carry it out. The questions we're going to be looking at today, you must ask them, so that when you fully understand their brand, you now know, okay, if this is what your brand is, these are the things you must do to be able to communicate your brand promise, to get people to now see, believe, and then now take the step towards buying you. So now, how do you perform your brand audit? Number one, you need to be able to clearly define and describe the following attributes of a business: the who, the what, the how, the why, even the where of the brand. How can you get these from either the owners or their existing social media platforms? So this is an example. Using Creative Sphere Mastery as an example. What is the Creative Sphere Mastery? For us, we say it is the only social media marketing training. Our how is that teaches social media strategy and marketing, right? Then who are we teaching this to? To complete beginners. Where are these complete beginners? They are in Nigeria for now. Why are we teaching them? Because we want them to have sustainable jobs that pays them well. Yeah? So that they can be financially free. And then when? Like, I made a mistake here. So the when is within what period of time do you want them to be able to achieve this? For us, it is in 3 months. Yeah? So you do the intensive training in the first month, and then the second and third month, you do the internship or the mentorship session where you actually work on live projects. So you see how simple and straight to the point this is. I know you get it clearer because of the exercise we have done yesterday. So what is the why? Why do you as a business exist? What's your product or your service offering? What is the business's vision? So what's the bigger goal the business wants to achieve? For us is to empower more human beings so that they are what? Financially free. So that they are financially free and are able to make what? Impact in the society. Right? Then what is the what? What is the most tangible aspect of your business's brand? So for us, the what is what? Creative Sphere Mastery. Yeah. So in branding, a number of things comes into play. The color you choose impacts how your brand is perceived. The color conveys distinct emotions and associations. And so here we'll be looking at some different colors and what they mean. For red, it means excitement. That's why you see most food brands using red. Energy, because it grabs attention. It creates a sense of urgency, and that's why it is popular in the food and retail industry. The blue communicates trust, reliability, and calm. You see corporate brands using it, tech brands, because it is associated with professionalism and stability. So even banks and healthcare centers, you see them using blue because what? It evokes a sense of calm, of security. Yellow, bright like the sun, happiness, optimism, warmth. It's eye-catchy, it's cheerful, but it should be used with care because if you use it too much, it's like all over the place. Green, anywhere you see green, immediately you think of nature, you think of sustainability. Yeah, you think of wellness. Black, sophistication, elegance, modernity. It is versatile and pairs well with other colors, making it sustainable for minimalist or high-end brands. So if you see very big brands, you see that oftentimes they use black. Example is what's this jewelry collection? I've forgotten their name, but they are very popular. Tiffany and Co. Tiffany and Co. Their brand is black. They sell diamonds, high-end diamonds. We have white, we have orange, we have pink, we have grey, we have brown. So I'd expect you on your own to go back and then look at color theory in branding. So Now that you understand what are the questions you need to ask from a business owner before you proceed to start creating the content that will be used on their pages. What is their brand's voice and how do you craft a brand voice? Without a brand voice, it will be hard to beat competitors or even your target ideal customers. So, a brand voice is what sets every great business apart from others. This is why global companies budget at least 11% of their revenue on branding. And actually, I remember we said branding is not just your logo, but what is the intangible thing about your business that people must know? How do they think of your brand? How do they interact with you? When the name of your brand comes up, what do they think in their head? So, according to market estimates, total media advertising spending in the United States in 2020 would amount to 225.8 billion US dollars. For Nigeria, the digital marketing space is projected to reach what amount did we say? $500 million. So the figure is expected to grow to $322 billion. Example of brand voices is minimalism, sophistication, luxury, and unique. So in the case of Creative Sphere Mastery, because this is our first time, we're still finding our voice. But what we want our voice to be is warm and trusted. Warm and trustworthy. Trusted. So social media platforms for your brand. We have a ton. By a ton, I mean a whole lot of social media platforms. So once you have identified your brand and the brand attributes, you need to communicate socially to your customers and prospects. There are different social media platforms to communicate your brand, and some of the major ones are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and now TikTok. So, which of the social media platforms is right for you? You have to ask yourself, what is the type of your product? What is your target customer? Your competitors that are doing similar businesses to you, where are they? Remember what we talked about the different platforms and what is peculiar to them. We said for Instagram, it is what? Visual content. For YouTube, it is long form content. For Twitter, it is what? Short content. And because it has like real time engagement, then we say Facebook, mostly for community building. If you want to build a brand that has that feels like home, and you want people to like feel as if they belong to somewhere, that is on Facebook. On TikTok, it is short form bingeable content. So you now have to ask yourself, okay, if I'm new here, what product is it that I want to promote? The people that are supposed to buy these products, which platforms do they use the most? If they use only one, I must be there. If they use multiple, it means I must be at the major one they use and then another secondary one that they frequent. Next, we need to look at is social media content marketing. Now, the reason why I am brushing through this is because we had done justice to yesterday's topic of really getting to the core of what we are, the purpose, the goal we want to achieve, and then who we want to solve problems for that will enable them get our products in exchange for their money. So now, what does social media marketing entail? 1, what is content and why is content important for brands? What is the role of text, the role of images and videos when we're distributing content? Understanding what content calendar is, and then we're going to look at a case study. So what is content? Content is any information, idea, event that is useful, purposeful, and causes an effect or experience. So the examples of content we have is text. When you write text that conveys or communicates something and it pushes people to be able to do something, you see that it has a use, and it has a purpose, and it causes an effect. You create a flyer that announces an event, and on the flyer you communicate that they should carry out an action, and they carry out that action. It means it was useful, it had a purpose, and it caused an effect. And then you have videos. Videos, as we have looked at, enables you to communicate much more than you can with other forms of content. So what is content marketing? Now that we understand what content is, what is content marketing? Simply, content marketing is creating and sharing content to attract and retain a defined audience. So you see the reason why we had to understand the what, the why, the who, the where, the how, and the when, right? Because we said it has to be able to attract and retain a defined audience. Because if you do not have a defined audience, your marketing is going to be all over the place. Today, you're talking to men. Tomorrow, you're talking to women. Next tomorrow, you're talking to girls. Next tomorrow, you're talking to men that are married. The other time, you're talking to women that are divorced. Then, where are you? Who are you? Who exactly do you want to serve? The role of text. Number one, the first role of text is in the captions. Captions are the social triggers on social media platforms which informs the audience to either take an action or just be informed. A caption is those written words that accompanies either a video, a graphic, or is on its own. But the primary product and the primary purpose of what a caption is to do what? Trigger your audience to take an action or to inform them. So how do you write a great caption? Number one, there are key things to note on how to write a great caption. Ask provocative questions. When we say provocative, we don't mean go and insult somebody and say, "Are you stupid?" No. Questions that makes people think, and if it resonates, they'll be drawn in. Example, what if you could learn social media marketing in 7 days and land your first client in the next 30 days? Somebody will be like, learn in 7 days, get client in 30 days. How? That how has caused an emotion. And then she'll now click to read further. Are you making this common mistake with your search for a job? You'll be like, I'm currently looking for a job. What mistakes are they talking about? All right. So you understand. Questions that will make people to stop on their tracks or in their tracks and be like, hold on a minute, what do you mean? Then the second one is start with a bold statement or surprising fact. Shock, intrigue, or surprise people to grab their attention instantly, but don't overdo this. So 90% of people overlook this simple trick to getting clients online. Or 90% of Nigerians are below the poverty line. I hope I'm not part of those 90%. Here is why most success stories start with failure. Success, failure. What are they doing in the same statement? You understand? Mistakenly going backward instead of forward. So these are the way you write great captions or hooks, but I'm going to be showing you something that will make this much easier. Next is appeal to emotions. Emotionally charged hooks, excitement, curiosity, fear, hope, it pulls the reader in. So you'll be like, you won't believe how easy it is to learn social media marketing in 1 week and to get your first clients in 30 days. You see, this one is different from the first one where we said how to learn social media management in 7 days and get your first paying client in 30 days. Now we're now attaching emotion. You won't believe how easy it is to learn social media marketing in 7 days and find your first client in 30 days. This will make you stop in your tracks. You'll be like, me that I graduated since last year, I've been looking for a job, I've not gotten. You're telling me that in 7 days I can learn a skill and in 30 days I can get my first client. Meaning, if I get that first client, I will make my first money online in 30 days. Wow, let me find out more. Then imagine waking up every day feeling excited. Somebody that for the past 1 week, they are always anxious, always scared, always feeling demotivated. It's not like, every day feeling excited. How? Please, I need excitement in my life. You see, this will make them stop in their tracks. Then use how to statements, because many readers love straightforward advice. How to hooks promise useful information. How to become a successful social media manager in 30 days. How to successful in 30 days? I'm interested. How to lose your belly fat in 30 days. How to lose 30 days? How to attract your first boyfriend in 20 days. How I got my first high-paying client on social media without dancing. You see? So, how I achieved a goal with just a specific method, or without a specific thing. Or I can say how I attracted my first client with posting on WhatsApp. These are the 4 different ways. So we said the first one is what? Ask a provocative question. Number 2, start with a bold statement or a surprising fact. Number 3, appeal to emotion. Number 4, use how-to statements. Then number 5, create a sense of urgency or curiosity. Phrases that imply exclusivity, limited availability can drive immediate interest. Don't miss out on the one thing everybody is talking about. What is that thing? Right? In your own case now, some of you are able to lock in the 10,000 naira registration and mentorship when we said for the first number so number of people that pay before the week runs out, you get to pay 10,000 naira. So before then, you were already like skeptical. This money is so much. I'm interested, but I don't have the money. I'm interested, though. I really want to learn, but where do I get the money? But when we now said, okay, the first people that will do this within this period, you get to lock it in at this amount. What happened? Those who are really serious about changing the game for themselves, you locked in your positions and now we're here. Then here's what you're missing out. Then you now put topic everyone is curious about. So here's what you're missing out on the latest way to earn money online. Here's what you're missing out on how to avoid borrowing money from loan applications. Here's what to avoid, here's what you're missing out about getting a boyfriend that is going to be serious with marrying you and has sense. Then the last one is include numbers and lists. Lists suggest quick and digestible content, ideal for grabbing attention. So 5 things you need to know about successful social media management. 3 things you need to know about selecting your best wedding dress. Top 3 reasons why social media management is a game changer. Or top 3 reasons why eating seafood is a game changer. Or top 3 reasons why eating seafood is important. Yes? And so now we're going to the next one, which is use personal or relatable language. Words like you, your, make hooks feel personal. So why your social media marketing is not working. Why the food you're currently eating is responsible for how you feel in the morning. Why the perfume you're using is repelling men from coming to you. Why your legs always ache because of the types of shoe you're wearing. This small habit can change your life forever. You'll be like, hey, what small habits? This small habits can help you make money daily online. These digital products can help you generate income without stop. This dress can help you boost your self-confidence so that you can achieve your set out goals. So you see all of these things, they are ways you can grab attention. Then leverage the what's in it for me factor, because the only reason why a stranger will see your content and stop is, how does this thing they are putting out affect my life? How does it improve my life? How does it make me better? How does it make my life better? Or how does it make the life of my loved one better? So it directly addresses a benefit or a transformation the reader desires. Transform your day with this one simple habit. Attract more clients by doing this simple task. Boost your productivity with these easy steps. become a better social media manager with these two tricks. So here it is talking about you. It is not saying come and learn social media management. Come and learn social media marketing. Create money on autopilot with this digital product. So it is telling you that if you know what this digital product is and you're able to deploy it, you'll be able to make what? Money. Then we have begin with a story tease. Briefly hint at an interesting story that spark curiosity. You guys will not believe what happened. I met this guy in this market yesterday and oh boy, dot dot dot. Guess what will happen? The person in his mind will be like, what happened? What is the dot dot dot? Or I never thought it would work, but then this happened. You never thought what would work, then what happened? It's piquing my curiosity. I tried something unusual. So I can say I tried making a video for the first time, and this is what I learned. Okay, so for social media managers that have never made a video, they'll be like, what did you learn when you created your first video? Next is use trending topics or relevant keywords. If there's a trending topic or issue in your industry, use it to spark immediate interest. Here is what you need to know about Temu. Temu is an e-commerce brand that just took Nigeria by storm. And so because all marketers are saying that they too also want to be able to pull the Temu effect. Once they see Temu, here's what you need to know about Temu. Guess what? It will grab their attention. Then why Temu is more important than ever, or why Temu's marketing strategies is more important than ever, or why using crepe to make your dresses is very important, or why losing your belly fat is more important than ever, or why drinking water, or why drinking apple juice, or why taking agbalumo, or why eating a slice of cake, depending on what business you're running, is more important than ever. Someone will be like, why is eating cake important? Yeah. So now this is going to be a summary of how to write a great copy. Number 1, know your audience's pain points and desires. Dive into what your audience cares about, their fears, and what they aspire. Think about what problems your product or your service solves and how it can improve their lives. Then use language that mirrors their concerns or ambition. Here we have done this exercise day 1 when I told you to go and create your customer avatar. It told you what their fears are, their motivations, the problem they are having, what they aspire for. If it did not even give you all of that, you can still further research on it. Then number 2, use storytelling. Narratives are one of the most effective ways to evoke emotions. Stories help people picture themselves using your product or your service, making it feel relevant and personal. Then keep the story relatable. Show a character who faces a challenge and overcomes it with the help of your offering. So when we talk about how, this is how Nefisa learned social media marketing and via our internship secured her first paying client in just 30 days, right? This is clearly showing a relatable story. There are people who have learned social media marketing or social media management, but they have not been able to get any clients beyond their friends that they're helping out for free. But here we're saying somebody learned from us, and in 30 days she got her first paying clients during her internship or after her internship. How did she do it? Choose emotionally charged words. Then focus on the benefits, not the features. Now, don't even focus on the benefits and not the features, but rather focus on the emotional benefits, not the features. Emphasize how your product or service will make the reader's life better, easier, happier, or more secure. So, for example, instead of saying this is made with high quality materials, say this is crafted to last so you can enjoy it for years. You know, the meaning or the communication at the end of the day is the same, but what it has been able to evoke, what it has communicated is different. You know that if something is of high quality, that means it will last longer. But when you say that, it's not making any emotional, communication to the end user. But when you say this is crafted to last, so you can enjoy it for years, it implies, number 1, I would save my money, not having to replace it every day, like that. Then incorporate visual imagery and sensory language. Show social proof and testimonials. Then use conversational tones, evoke curiosity, fear of missing out, and then end with a strong call to action. Your CTA should reinforce the emotions you're targeting rather than a plain sign up. So you can say, sign me up, or I am interested, or type in I am interested if you want to transform your life in the next 30 days. So instead of just saying sign up or link in bio, you're telling me to do something, making me to picture the reason why I should do it. And so this brings us to the end of brand building. So what are the role images play in your content creation journey? Visibility. Images give more context to your caption and visibility to your brand. With the use of images, a defined audience attraction is easily attracted. That is why intentional brands use social media channels. It is a visual platform. Roles of video. Videos are more engaging and trigger even deeper emotions. And here we said the examples of Nike, which is Just Do It. What Nike does is they show images of athletes, running, or somebody who was discouraged, finding a sudden surge of courage when they wore the Nike shoes and stuff. So you show somebody eating your cake and smiling or laughing. Show somebody wearing your dress and she's happy, gisting with friends. Show somebody wearing your shoe and he's bouncing like he's on top of the world. So these are the things that videos can help you do. What are the types of content? We have educational content. This one, it educates people, but it doesn't sell all the time. We have promotional content. Promotional content are content that now what? Sell. Now, when you're creating content, you should observe the 80-20 rule. 80% educational, 20% promotional. That brings us to the end of that one. All right. So now, this feels like it is too much already. What I would want you to do is pick one product, or rather the product you use in creating your customer avatar, the product you use in creating your campaign architecture, and then your brand brief. Use that product to create your brand voice. That is going to be the end of today's lesson. Next, we're going to look at how to create your content calendar, and then I'm going to be showing us how to use AI tools to do some of these things that we have stated. See you in the next video.